Hey guys, hope all is well. Okay, so on this video, we're gonna be looking at what 50 Cent really thinks of Jay Prince threatening Offset on that interview with $1 million worth of game. But before we get into it, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe. See your favorite African brother reporting. Okay, so 50 Cent is one of the niggas that you don't really wanna F with. You get what I'm saying? Based on his reputation in the street, 50 Cent have known to be one of the rappers that no other rapper in the industry really wanna cross. So 50 Cent has been living in Houston for a very long time now, and remember that Jay Prince, Mob Ties, and Rap A Lot claims to be the king of Houston, and they claim to be the ones that always makes rappers to check in whenever they are in Houston. You get what I'm saying? And it happens that 50 Cent has been in Houston, 50 Cent has been living in Houston, and 50 Cent has been running his business in Houston. And 50 Cent has tried as much as possible to mind his business and not to affiliate himself with anything that has to do with Jay Prince or the Prince family or Mob Ties in Houston. And as much as possible, the Mob Ties and Jay Prince has not ever mentioned 50 Cent in any interview or in anything that has to do with the street, because they knows that 50 Cent is one of the rappers that you don't really wanna get yourself indicted with. 50 Cent happens to have a lot of track records in the street. I mean, he is one of the rappers that no rapper or no gang wanna relate themselves with, because they know that 50 Cent is a real G. 50 Cent is a real nigga. So recently, Jay Prince and Mob Ties went on an interview with $1 million worth of game to talk about the death of Takeoff and what really happened to Takeoff in Houston. We lost Takeoff earlier last year, 2022, and there's been a lot of speculations that Mob Ties and Jay Prince and the Prince family has something to do with it. So they went on that interview with $1 million worth of game, and they decided to talk about the death of Takeoff. And at the end of the interview, Jay Prince ended up threatening Offset, telling Offset that he had everything he said behind his back. And Offset has to be very careful, according to Jay Prince on that interview, to mind the way he talk about him, about his family and stuff like that, which made every blogger to start talking about it, and a lot of speculation came in that Offset has been threatening Jay Prince behind his back. Offset has been saying a lot of things about the Prince family behind his back, and it happens that the person who told Jay Prince or the Prince family about what Offset has been saying has to be someone that is so close to him. So what does 50 Cent has to do with this? Okay, 50 Cent has been in Houston, and when there is a speculation that Jay Prince and Mob Ties has been making a lot of rappers to check in with them, it happens that 50 Cent is one of these rappers that never checked in with the Mob Ties. 50 Cent happens to be one of the gangsters in the street that you don't really want to F with, and Mob Ties and Jay Prince or the Prince family don't really have anything on 50 Cent, right? They don't have business, any street related stuff, because 50 Cent has been going legit. 50 Cent has been so successful, has been doing a lot of things in Houston, hosting shows and stuff like that, and Mob Ties has nothing to do with it, which means that Mob Ties has been minding their business when it comes to 50 Cent, because they don't want to dare 50 Cent. You know how 50 Cent moves in the street, right? That means Mob Ties and Jay Prince or the Prince family, they are afraid of 50 Cent, because they know 50 Cent is one of the realest niggas out there in the street. You get what I'm saying? So it happens that, after Jay Prince threatened Offset on that interview with $1 million worth of game, 50 Cent has something to say with it, but it still remains allegedly. You get what I'm saying? So 50 Cent kind of called Offset allegedly on the phone to talk about the threat that he's been getting with Mob Ties and Jay Prince family, allegedly. You get what I'm saying? So it's been going on, and 50 Cent told Offset, not to really go in on them like that, because right now Jay Prince is not being wise or being smart enough in the street. He is not really the person he says that he is, because Jay Prince and the Mob Ties has been moving like the people who are afraid of Offset. Because for them to go on that interview to say Offset, you said this and I'm gonna do this to you. That's not really how real niggas and how real gangsters moves. And Jay Prince been claiming that he's the boss of Houston. Nobody dares him. Nobody talks about his family. If you do that, you're gonna be in a lot of troubles. So 50 Cent is here allegedly telling Offset, listen up, you have to keep quiet on them. You don't even have to reply them, because it shows that they are afraid of you. It shows that they are looking at you like a threat. Because for you to go on an open interview to talk about someone or to threat someone, it shows that you are afraid of the person, and that's why you feel like to threat the person and to make it publicly. Because if you claim you're a boss, you would have kept it in the street. You get what I'm saying? You would have kept it in the street and handled it the street way. But you didn't do that, and you stay out there claiming that you are mob ties, you are the Prince family, nobody F's with you, and everyone that comes to Houston, you have to make them to check in. And secondly, in the issue of making rappers check in, you've been in Houston, you never made 50 Cent to check in. 50 Cent has been doing a lot of shows in Houston, helping out the less privileges, running the street in Houston, but you never talked about 50 Cent. You never make 50 Cent to check in, which means you are not really who you think you are. Because if you are a real nigga in the street, if you are a real boss, you should be associating yourself with other bosses like 50 Cent. You get what I'm saying? So 50 Cent is out here telling Offset never to reply them again, never to have any kind of indictment with anything that has to do with the mob ties, because right now the feds are all over them for sure. Because right now, they are talking about a federal case that's been going on that, Offset is talking about them behind their back, and they ended up threatening Offset. That means they are telling the feds, they got something on Offset, and they've been doing this in the street. So it's really crazy, because Jay Prince and the Prince family is not really moving wise. You know how 50 Cent roll. 50 Cent is so smart. 50 Cent is a kind of, G in the street that don't really talk anyhow. He mind the way he goes at people and stuff like that. And you better don't cross 50 Cent, because 50 Cent is not joking with you when it comes to street, stuff. So 50 Cent is kind of telling Offset right now to keep his game up. They are afraid of you. That's why they feel like threatening you on an interview. That no nigga or no boss in the street, no real street gangster really do that if they are not afraid of you. You get what I'm saying? It shows that he is not even serious about what he's talking about, because if he's really serious, he's not gonna go on an open interview to threaten you. He would have come deal with it in the street way. You get what I'm saying? But he's not dealing with it in the street. He feels like bringing it up for it to be everyone's business. And for him to lie about you, about Cardi, your wife, and say that you called him for help and stuff like that, and he really that you didn't call him in any way, that means he's not a real person. He's not the person he claims he is. And you all remember what WAC 100 has been saying about Jay Prince and the way he's been carrying himself in the street, claiming that he's the boss and stuff like that. That's not really how the way he walks in the street. So 50 Cent is out here telling Offset, to move like the real nigga he is, because the Prince family or Jay Prince, they are afraid of him. That's why they feel like coming to an open interview to talk about him or to threaten him. That nobody in the street does that, and it also shows that he is not really serious about his stress and stuff like that, so he has to keep his head up. But I want to hear from you guys, because this video still remains allegedly, but go ahead and share your opinions in the comment section. Tell me what you all think about this particular situation. Do you really think that Mob Ties and Jay Prince Jr. are claiming to be who they are not, or do you really think it's a mistake for them to go on that interview to threaten Offset, then to leave it and handle it in the street way? You get what I'm saying? Or do you think that Offset is just bluffing and stuff like that? But don't forget to share your opinions in the comment section. Tell me what you guys think, and smash that like button and subscribe. Still your favorite African brother reporting.